After a wait of 3 decades, the Shillong Press Club has finally moved to its permanent official quarters that were inaugurated by Chief Minister of Meghalaya Conrad K Sangma at an event held on the 22nd of December 2022. Also present were the Director of Information and Public Relations, Government of Meghalaya, Malthus Sangma, the Commissioner and Secretary of the I&PR, Pravin Bakshi, Secretary I&PR Isreal W Ingty, the Senior Member of the Press Council of India, Jaishankar Gupta, the former Member of the Press Council of India, K Naik, Chairman of the Riti Academy of Visual Arts, Raphael Warjri, President of the Shillong Press Club, O Laitphlang, members of the club, special invitees, officials of the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, Government of Meghalaya, besides others. While addressing the gathering, Chief Minister Conrad K Sangma expressed his immense happiness at the 30 years journey of the Shillong Press Club, wherein it had endured many challenges along the way, but more so for having achieved its feat of entering into its permanent official quarters, located adjacent to the office of the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, Government of Meghalaya at Lower Lachimia, Shillong. At the same time, Sangma lauded the efforts of Meghalaya Minister of Information and Public Relations, James P. K Sangma, who had worked tirelessly to fulfill the dreams of members of the Shillong Press fraternity.
But in any walk of life, there is always room for improvement. No matter who you are, there's always room for learning. There's always room to get better. There's always room to understand the larger picture of things and try to work towards ensuring that you're actually contributing. And at the end of my speech, I would like to just add to what Mr. Jaishankar said, because he said a very beautiful thing. And I think some people caught it and some did not. That at the end of the day, no matter what you do, the larger goal and picture has to be kept in mind. All its members have been looking forward to for a very, very long time. Especially keeping in mind that you've been going from one corner to the other and from one location to another, shifting your offices all the time, not being able to run and have a permanent kind of a setup, and as I mentioned again, having a lot of challenges and difficulties to be able to work in a proper and systematic manner. So I'm pretty sure that having a permanent office for the Shillong Press Club is going to bring a lot of stability in the work that you do. Is going to allow you to really create the infrastructure and a system that is not just in terms of the office structure, but a working system of how the press club should work. And I think this is a very important milestone where you come into the office, but in order to make the office into an organization, and in order to make an organization into a real press club, you'll have to work very well to be able to create the systems in place which will allow you to function as a good organization, and then will make this organization function as a good press club. Mr. James Sangma, the Honorable Minister for DIPR, has been somebody who has been very, very particular about this case, and I want to put it on record, as has been said by the President of the Press Club, that this has happened because of the special attention that has been given by Mr. James Sangma. He has really pushed the bar, and he has really pushed the limits to ensure that this happened fast, it happened in the proper way. And so the credit goes to Mr. James Sangma, and sadly he's not here with us. He had some other engagements, but he has asked me to share his thoughts and tell you that he understands the concerns of the media, because he's a person who is himself a person who's has been associated with the media. He's a person whose qualification is in fact in media. He's a person who has started from the scratch. He understands the challenges that the media houses and the journalists and the different press people face in Shillong. So a person who has understood all of that and come through all of that, you can say he's part of your fraternity completely. In fact, you can give him one room and one table also out here. He'll be very happy with that. So he is somebody who understands all of that, and that's why, knowing and coming from that background, he was very, very particular that this happened.
As part of the day's event, a panel discussion was held on the topic, the role of media in nation building, where eminent personalities from the state and the country had participated to enlighten the gathering of journalists on their role as champions of democracy and free speech, which is part of the defined job in nation building.
Nation building, e-governance is one of the, you can say, foundation for the digitalization which is happening in the country. So it is a very important part of taking the country forward. So when we talk about e-governance, you can say like it's just like a buzzword. Everybody is using about e-governance. But what actually it refers is about the services which the government provide to the citizens through data processing, through computerization, or through e-services which we have seen and use it by ourselves. You can say like it can, in short, e-governance can be defined as an effective delivery mechanism of the government to the citizens by using the electronic means in a more efficient, more effective and responsive way, while improving the performance of the government, improving the transparency and the accountability.
Challenges in nation building, one very important role which media plays internationally is building the reputation of the nation. So there should not be any news which demeans or puts the nation in bad light in the international forum. So for this, I think the Indian media has been very good and they have been doing their best. So this is also one crucial role. It's not about any political party, it's not about any person as such. It is about the nation. So what do we as a nation stand for? And each time a journalist stands up and talks about peace, development, about values, about upliftment of the the people who have been left behind, they are becoming champions of a cause of equality, democracy, unknowingly. They are just doing their reporting part, but in doing so, they become champions of democracy and champions of free speech.